last year I asked for cold when I emptied the bag because they told me that I could get a second bag. I emptied the bag right here, only to find out that this was crumbs. I went back for the second bag and I didn't get it. So I had to go to the chapter house, talk about the crumbs for the coal. Took another, the one person that offered me what was left of the coal distribution, and that became something else that entirely didn't need it to take place, but it did. And the coordinator, she and I had a discussion, didn't go too well. I was trying to point out about the second bag of coal that was supposedly supposed to be free, right? Took me 2 weeks, 3 weeks to get the other bag. The other bag, finally, I went over there and got another bag of coal. But this time it was more, bigger blocks, bigger coal, bigger size coal. And since I don't have transportation, I have to, I'm too young. I am too young to qualify for the emergency to get wood. And it's very frustrating. This is not the one time. It's happened over a period of time. What does that mean? Shah, or the Shah nation, they globally, they make fun. I am resourceful. I help myself. I get by within reasonable existing, meaning overall I get by. I work hard. I don't get food stamps. I don't get food stamps because there's food banks or food pantries. You get your food. I maintain my diet so that I don't have to I eat within reasonable amount of food is what I'm trying to explain. Because of lack of transportation. Because that means hold on tight until the time when the sun comes out. So during the winter time, during this time, you'd have to just be able to get by. The economy and everything is it's not easy. I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people out there that are getting by, whether it's the traveling, the gas, the payments that is put out there. You help one another, you chip in where you can, and you strengthen your ties with your neighbors, and you go and you do what you can to help one another. It's not too much for me to ask to get a load of wood. Last time I got a load of wood was I think it was in 2020. Somebody, the coordinator back then, the one that helps with the I think it's the one that helps with the outreach for the community. I don't know the title, OTC or something like that. That title, that lady was really, really kind, and she has sympathy. She has understanding, and she helped me, and she took the wood out there. I really miss people like Arnold Anis, don't you much son? The Nibizad, they used to have forums. I remember as a little girl, They went on and on and on all day. I know some tribes don't understand it, but we really, really are known for that. Navajos, well, every family had their own notepads, and that was the way they survived through our tongue. We walk freely in and out of these forums to go tend to the children, to go tend to things. Some people see it's interruption. We're supposed to just sit still and then just listen. That's some way of people's forums. Now Dine Bizaad we listen. They talk. That was the strength. That was our backbone. That Bizaad. He also helped heal the country when we were in need. They use that form, those Datanis nowadays, and they use in a way where it's like people there, they say yego I've been to child support. I've used TANF before. I've volunteered for my community when I got in trouble, but those hours are counted for. I pulled weeds over there at the chapter house, Solana Cottonwood Chapter House. I've hitchhiked to TANF. I tried to do the work, even though I was hitchhiking. I'm doing all the hours to count for so that I can feed my children. They were young. And to this day, I haven't given up. I refuse to go anywhere else but to come back here and to help my people get strong. I see a problem between people that are, I call it the glish, kind of like Spanglish. Those people that talk English and then they go back to and then they go back to English. That's what I'm trying to do, trying to be part of a community that's forgotten about me. Not knowing your relatives, you don't know who what clan or how the clan works. Little by little, I've been trying to gain knowledge of it, trying to do the respectful way, and the right way, in the good way, because I'm here to be here for my people, be accounted for, Nahalan. And one of them is to support my chapter meetings, to support the people that have been voted in. I don't give up very well. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on my people.